we've talked about former Super Mayor Tiffany Henyard on this channel so many times, and right when you think the saga is finally about to fade out, she bursts back on the scene with another scandal straight out of the Corruption Chronicles. This latest twist? She strolls into court, says nothing, and once again pleads the fifth. Yep, this isn't just some random moment. This is textbook stalling while the heat keeps turning up. Welcome, friends, to yet another chapter of how not to lead a community. So here's how it all started. Tiffany Henyard, once the mayor of Dolton and, let's not forget, self-appointed township boss, yep, supervisor, found herself back inside a courtroom yesterday. Why? Because when watchdog groups asked her for basic public records like, hey, where did the taxpayer money go? She ghosted them like a bad first date. The group pushing this lawsuit, the Edgar County Watchdog's, a name we've mentioned plenty of times on this channel while breaking down this non-stop supermayor soap opera. They filed a lawsuit against the village of Dolton, accusing Henyard's team of flat-out ignoring the law when it came to Freedom of Information Act requests. Now, IA requests are no joke, especially in government, and even more so at the local level. The public's supposed to be able to request certain documents, and officials are supposed to hand them over. It's not optional. It's literally the law. But here, they straight up ignored those requests. The watchdog group wasn't even asking for anything crazy, just the basics, like receipts, credit card statements, meeting notes. Your everyday stuff. But instead of handing them over, Henyard's crew gave them the legal version of who dis. And guess what? The judge told Tiffany she had to show up in person this time because she was already found in contempt before for brushing off transparency laws. In court, her lawyer tried to downplay it all, claiming she didn't really remember which document they were even talking about. Said things were just too hectic back then. Hectic thanks to the chaos she stirred up. And look, I'm no attorney, but let's be honest at this point. She's in deep, and probably better off staying silent. But seriously, if she really wanted to clear things up, why not just say, I don't have those documents? But no, instead, she pled the fifth, again, during her time as mayor and township supervisor. Her lawyer, Brenly, supposedly advised her to plead the fifth. And yeah, a smart lawyer is always going to tell you to protect yourself. She's out of office now, and sure, she's got every constitutional right to remain silent. But come on, we all know what it really means when someone pleads the fifth. That's what you do when telling the truth might actually land you in hot water. Not when you misplaced a receipt. Not when you don't recognize some paperwork. So, seriously, if there's nothing shady going on, what exactly is she protecting? I think we all have a pretty good guess. After all the sketchy dealings, weird money moves, and disappearing documents, it seems like she's just trying not to say something that'll haunt her later, so she zips her lips. But let's not forget, this isn't a murder trial. This is about emails and credit card charges. If you're clean and you truly don't know, you can say that under oath. But when you plead the fifth, it's basically like saying, I'm not talking because talking could expose me. And that raises a ton of new questions. What? Hiding in those records that she's trying so hard not to release. Why all the stalling? The silence? The legal tap dancing? If it's all just an innocent mistake. Unless, maybe it's not a mistake. Maybe she remembers exactly what happened. Dan, saying it out loud would unleash a whole legal mess. This isn't about avoiding a little drama. It's about dodging serious consequences. I mean, think about it, tits. Just a credit card statement. We're not asking her to crack open Area 51, but the chaos around her. Oh yeah, there's been plenty of that. Her time in office felt like a cross between Parks and Rec and a Quentin Tarantino flick. Remember when she waved a paper at a board? Meeting claiming a program was canceled, but never actually showed proof. So the courts asked, okay, show us the evidence, and she basically said, nope, and then it got even messier. Because while all that was going down, the judge brought up yet another lawsuit. At this point, it's hard to even keep track. Honestly, you could probably launch a whole separate YouTube channel just to cover Tiffany Henyard lawsuits. And this. 1. It didn't just name Hurt, dragged in the whole village of Dolton, plus the fire and police commissions. Tiffany claimed she didn't even know about it. Which, honestly, could be true. With the amount of lawsuits she's juggling, she might have actually lost count. But that's the pattern, isn't it? That's her whole playbook. Now, her defense isn't just legal lits, basically spiritual. She's ghosting accountability like it's a bad habit. Let's be real. This is a stalling tactic. The courtroom version of hitting pause on a video. You really don't want to finish. And with the FBI reportedly sniffing around her, for misusing public funds and retaliating against political enemies. Pleading the fifth isn't just her best, a pewage option that might be her only one left. 'Cause this isn't about saving face. This is about sitting on a house of cards and hoping it doesn't come crashing down. So what happened after court? It gets even wilder. Tiffany Henyard jumped straight onto Facebook, live, and she didn't act like someone who just walked out of a courtroom over corruption allegations. No, she acted like she just wrapped up a red carpet premiere. No explanation. Mention of FOIA. Nothing about why she was even in court in the first place. I'm not kidding. She gave a full-on motivational speech. Thanked her supporters, said she was staying prayed up. Teased a book tour like she was about to drop the hottest memoir of the year, not like she just got held in contempt of court. According to her, the whole day was a win. Know what planet she's on, but that live stream, total delusion. And the way she kept harping on her haters. Let's be honest, no one's mad that she was the first suit mayor. People are mad because she treated transparency, laws like a joke. She acted like she was being targeted for her greatness, not for running her office like it was her personal playground. Because truth be told, a lot of this chaos, it's on her. She talked about her kid, her dad, and of course, hyped up her book, but not once did she explain why she pled the fifth or why the public records keep mysteriously disappearing. Speaking of that book, oh yeah, let's talk about it, because this part's straight up bizarre. Keith Freeman once said Tiffany Henyard didn't even do emails and Now we're supposed to believe she's writing a whole book. What's it gonna be called? How to Ghost Accountability. Is it going to have a chapter on ignoring FOIA requests? Because if you can't speak up in court under oath, what are you really gonna say in a book sold on Amazon? Let's not kid ourselves. This book isn't about being honest. It's about controlling the story. It's a PR move, plain and simple. It's a way to spin the headlines before the legal system drops the hammer. And Yef, she really does drop a book. Read it. I know most folks won't, but I will. She'd probably get a ghostwriter, but hi if it hits shelves this summer. I'll add it to the reading list, but with the lawsuits, investigations, and backlash piling up, this story's far from over. That live stream wasn't confidence. It was damage control, dressed up like a pep talk. And if we're being honest, she seemed way too happy she didn't leave court in cuffs. A lot of people thought she would. That Facebook Live? It was basically her screaming, "I'm fine," while the whole house burns behind her. If Tiffany Henyard had nothing to hide, she'd go live with the actual receipts, not another round of thank yous and filter-heavy speeches. This isn't some spiritual battle. This is accountability knocking at her door. And no matter how many affirmations or filters she throws on it, the subpoenas keep coming. The judge gave her the chance to submit an affidavit, basically saying, "I don't have it." That's the legal version of shrugging your shoulders and walking away. And for now, the judge let her off the hook. But the people of Dolton already sent their message. They voted her out. That's the only accountability they could control. The rest, that's up to the courts. And the clock's ticking. Let's not forget the whispers, the shady contracts. It's the insider hookups, the public funds that allegedly went who knows where. Some of this is still being looked into behind the scenes. And that's before the FBI makes its move. Because when they investigate, they dig deep. This isn't one scandal. This is a series of full seasons worth of legal drama. And every affidavit, subpoena, and leaked document just pulls back another layer of this mess. So yeah, we'll see how this plays out. Are you curious about that Tiffany Henyard book? Because I am. If she ever finishes it, I'll buy a copy, though I'm not holding my breath. But what do you think about all this? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.